Sometime in 2010, animator Alex Hirsch began working on a pitch pilot for Gravity Falls, which, if you don't know, the series would go on to become a hit Disney mystery series. The pilot, which was created in Adobe Flash and lasted 12 minutes, was essentially a condensed version of the first official episode, Tourist Trapped. When asked if the unaired pilot would ever be released in a Reddit AMA, Alex Hirsch replied that it would be like showing it awkward photos from a high school prom, and that he didn't want it to be seen. Furthermore, the pilot used licensed songs that Hirsch did not have the right to commercially, implying that its release, whether on DVD or otherwise, could have posed legal issues. Despite that, on July 25, 2016, Alex revealed that if the puzzle that was a part of the unofficial cipher hunt was completed, then he would release the pilot online. It was only completed about a week later, and on August 3, 2016, it was released on the Mystery of Gravity Falls site under the username of Return Backwards and the password of To the Past Again 3. It was also uploaded to YouTube with little to no difficulty or conflict. 101 Dalmatians is a live-action remake of the 1961 animated film of the same name, which was released by Disney on November 27, 1996. Around late 1995, Disney began promoting the film with a teaser trailer that featured famous landmarks such as the Sydney Opera House, Stonehenge, and the Arc de Triomphe painted with white and black spots. After that, the entire Earth is painted white with black spots. It then cuts to a white background with the logo. Following that, the tagline, "This time the magic is real," is displayed, followed by the release date saying Thanksgiving. YouTube user Lance Madewell claimed to have seen the trailer in front of Muppet Treasure Island in February of 1996. According to other sources, it was also seen in Pixar's first film, Toy Story, released in 1995. It was also unknown if this trailer was ever shown in a theater outside of Disney films. YouTube user VHS Trailer Park then discovered the trailer on February 14, 2020 and then uploaded it to YouTube. It was found from a Buena Vista trailer tape labeled Trade Show Munich, January 1996. Because the tape is in PAL format though, the trailer is sped up to 25 frames per second, giving it a higher pitch than the original 24 frames per second film. Poor Pepa is the first Oswald the Lucky Rabbit short created by Disney in 1927. In this short, Oswald is visited by a stork who continues to drop babies into his chimney at an alarming rate. Although Trolley Troubles was released first, this appears to be the first Oswald short. This is because Universal did not release it in theaters until 1928, and it was never broadcast on television due to its poor quality. The most likely reason for this is that executives saw Oswald as too elderly, which contrasted with their visions of a character more similar to Charlie Chaplin. At one point, only 3 copies were known to exist, all of which were discovered in the United Kingdom. The first copy was sold for $100 in 2001, the second copy was sold for £170 in 2002, and the third copy was sold for $7,500 in 2014. Unfortunately, none of these prints had been ripped from the internet, nor had they been displayed publicly. Also, these copies are said to be incomplete with only 3 minutes of the short, so the rest of the short was thought to be lost forever. The Adventures of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit DVD was released in 2007, and it contained 13 short subjects. Disney allegedly attempted to obtain one of the prints of Poor Pepa to include on the disc, but was unable to do so before the DVD's release. Finally, in honor of Oswald's 90th birthday, Poor Pepa was released in its entirety as a bonus feature on the Pinocchio Signature Collection Blu-ray release on January 31st, 2017. The short is 5 minutes and 17 seconds long in total. It was said to have been restored from a scan of a 16mm silent home movie print from the United Kingdom. Also, the short is accompanied by a brand new orchestral score on this release. Stanley was a preschool animated television series that aired on Playhouse Disney from 2001 to 2007. Stanley addresses a wide range of issues that preschoolers face, such as change, growth, rules, and social interactions. Each episode focuses on a different animal that deals with or explains the problem Stanley is facing. A pilot episode of the show was sent to Disney in 1999 to see if it would become a full-fledged series. It was never broadcasted on television, possibly because Stanley's design was too frightening for young viewers. The pilot was essentially an early version of Kangaroo Cleanup with a few scenes changed. The majority of the elements from the pilot were reused in an episode of the official series. Jessica D. Stone, who played Stanley in the series, also voiced him in the pilot episode. In the pilot, Julia Sweeney replaced Ari Mayers as Stanley's mother, and Stanley's father was played by David Lansburg in both the pilot and the series. Only 4 screenshots and a brief second of a pilot were known to exist for years, thanks to a video titled Playhouse Disney Weird Singing promo uploaded to YouTube by Wilfredo Ferrer. Then, in March of 2021, YouTube user Wubber discovered some pilot clips in a re-upload of the Weird Singing promo. Then, on July 8th, 2021, he discovered the same clips from a DVD opening video for Roly Poly Oly, the great defender of fun, in higher quality. Then finally, on August 17th, 2021, user Stinkorama uploaded the full pilot to YouTube, which turned out to be an animatic with a 1-minute animation test. The user who uploaded it was actually one of the people who worked on the final show and happened to find the pilot under their staircase. Bonkeys was an animated TV series that was originally part of the Disney afternoon lineup of shows. The show aired on Toon Disney from 1993 to 1994, with reruns in the 2000s. Its main focus was on a cop who had lost his previous stardom. Depending on which set of episodes you were watching, he'd have one of two partners, Lucky Pequel or Miranda Wright, with whom he'd solve crimes together with. Because the Miranda episodes were produced first, but the Lucky episodes were shown before them, the show ended up having 2 production runs, and the 2 sets are vastly different. New Partners on the Block and Fall Apart Bomb Squad were 2 episodes of the show that suffered from unfortunate circumstances. Both of these episodes were produced during the Lucky Pequel run, but the former is notable in that it was created to fill the gap between the 2 episode sets, as it is the one in which Miranda takes over as Bonker's partner. Both of these episodes featured bomb terrorist villains, with a scene in which Lucky tries to sneak into the building where the villain is hiding, only to be presumed dead after an explosion destroys the building and kills the villain. Now, this led to Disney pulling them from reruns following the 1995 Oklahoma bombing. New Partners on the Block was already discovered in 2010 by YouTube user Eloquent Quill, who claimed to have the episode recorded on an old tape which he had found. He then sent it to another user for uploading it, and it has since been re-uploaded numerous times since. Fall Apart Bomb Squad, on the other hand, was yet to resurface, at least in English. Although there were numerous high-quality uploads of the episode's Russian dub, the original English version was yet to be seen in any form, and Disney had expressed little interest in releasing the show on DVD. Because Toon Disney reruns allowed many people to tape the show years after it was cancelled, the majority of the show's run can be found in some form. Aside from that, because it was only in syndication for 2 years, little has come of this episode until finally on November 12, 2019. The Walt Disney Company officially released Fall Apart Bomb Squad as well as the entire series of Bonkers as part of the Disney Plus streaming service. The Schnuckums and Meat funny cartoon show was a 1995 Disney series about a cat and a dog who were constantly fighting while the owners were away. The show featured gross-out gags and extreme slapstick in a similar way as Ren and Stimpy. Schnuckums and Meat first originated as a segment on Marsupilami, which was a 1993 Saturday morning Disney series that aired on CBS and has since faded into near obscurity. These initial segments were then repackaged into a half-hour series that debuted on the Disney Afternoon syndicated lineup on January 2nd, 1995, where it was packaged with 2 new cartoons called Pith Possum Super Dynamic Possum of Tomorrow and Tex Tin Star Best in the West, tied with a Subway restaurant promotion, and was later recycled into reruns on Toon Disney, where it was later recycled into 12 of the 13 episodes that aired on the Disney Channel. Soon after, they were uploaded to YouTube by a user named Andrew Steiner. The first episode, Bugging Out, was the only one he didn't upload. And then, on September 5th, 2019, the YouTube channel Undead Cartoon Media finally uploaded the full episode. The Wiggles are an Australian children's band that formed in 1991 in Sydney. Hot Potato, Get Ready to Wiggle, Fruit Salad, and many other songs have made them famous. They mostly released albums and videos and toured extensively between 1991 and 1998, gaining popularity in Australia. After their television series debuted on the 7 network, their popularity grew in Australia. Apart from appearing in the Captain Kangaroo spin-off Mr. Moose's Fun Time, they had little exposure in the United States, and any concerts they did before 1998 drew small crowds and had little success. On September 29th to October 1st, 1998, they performed 3 concerts at Disneyland. The footage from the concerts were used in a Disney Channel Australia television special called The Wiggles Live at Disneyland. The special was first broadcasted on December 20th, 1998, according to an archived version of the Wiggles news article. The special was then re-aired on September 16, 2000, a day before they aired The Wiggles Big Show. After its premiere, the special vanished, and for years, very little information about it was available. An unknown user discovered the special on Facebook in March of 2014. The recording was taken from a previously unknown airing on the 7 network. Thanks to another unknown user, a higher quality copy of the special was later uploaded to YouTube a short time after. Sue Rose created the animated series Pepa Ann, which aired on ABC. On September 13, 1997, it premiered at Hazelnut Middle School. Pepa Ann focuses on animated youths and charted their ups and downs. It was a part of Disney's One Saturday Morning block of programming. and the character first appeared in a YM magazine comic strip. Pepa Ann is a 12-year-old girl whose emotions manifest themselves in fantasies. The show was created to be a different kind of girls' cartoon with many strong-willed female characters who reject the concept of passive femininity. On June 18, 2016, a member of the private torrent tracker MySplain uploaded all the episodes to the site, but only members were able to access them. A Reddit user then sent alternate copies to YouTube user Galaxy Unicorn, which were made available for public download. Then about 5 years later, Pepa Ann was added to Disney's streaming service Disney Plus on September 8, 2021.